Ian, we didn't quite get the opportunity to catch up on Tuesday, and after a game like that, I presume it's giving you an opportunity to really delve in to the factors of what happened in the second half and where it went wrong. And I thought the first half was absolutely fantastic. I thought that was probably the benchmark of where we need to try and get to. But I just want to ask you firstly, what were your overall feelings from Tuesday?
Oh, obviously gutted. 4-0 up, cruising, playing really well, and not to get the full 3 points is extremely disappointing. Having said that, I managed to watch the game back yesterday. There is a lot of positives to take from that. I thought for 75 minutes we were really, really good up until the second goal. I think the manner of the second goal really affected us, and like I say, we did capitulate that last sort of 25 minutes with the injury time of 10 minutes. It was supposed to be 6, but yeah, we did did capitulate in that last final stages, which is disappointing. And look, I've got to be honest, it's not the first time. But look at the side that we had on the pitch. Obviously, we'd lost Yao to injury in the first half. You look at young Harvey in goal, Demi at right back 19. I think Harvey's 19. I think Josh Dugmore was the oldest one in the back four at 21. So it just goes to show, how inexperienced we are, and unfortunately these things happen, and the only way that they're going to become more experienced is by playing football matches and them sort of things happening to them. We've got to learn, we know that, and we've got to learn quickly, but yeah, like I say, we're an inexperienced side and these things can happen.
I know you just briefly mentioned about Yao coming off. We also had Dylan come off. Can you give us any update on the squad?
Yeah, both injured. We lost 3 on the night through injury. All substitutions were enforced. Obviously, we lost Yao after about 20-25 minutes with a hamstring. He'll be touch and go for tomorrow. Dylan Hadley was struggling with his knee all week in training. Again, it's highly unlikely he'll play tomorrow. And Kobe cramped up late in the game, so we had to get him off in case that developed to anything more sinister. So yeah, sort of enforced changes really, which again is something that's not gone well for us this season.
Obviously, I know you just briefly mentioned about that there are positives you can take forward. I thought it was a game of 2 halves. I thought the first half, that's where we need to try and be for the rest of the season, but obviously take it into the second half. But also our home form remains intact and still unbeaten, so there's a lot of positives to go forward, isn't there?
I think that, yeah, I thought it was absolutely superb, but even for 75 minutes I thought we were really, really good, like I say, up until that second goal, where, again, the manner of the goal, I think really hurt us. But even after the third, they made it 4-1, I thought we was completely in control, we kept the ball really well. Never looked flustered at all. It was just that the big turning point was when they got the second goal and they had a bit of belief that they could get something out of the game, and we were found wanting a little bit. In terms of the home record, yeah, it's the one positive that we can take, that we are unbeaten. We probably should have more points on the board from home, in all honesty. Obviously being 4-0 up and we 2 goals up twice against Redditch. Yeah, we should be seeing them games out, but again, just like I say, touching on the lack of experience that we've got in the squad at the moment, it's these sort of things are hurting us.
Obviously, these sort of games obviously give us different perspectives and different lessons as well, don't they, for the group? And I think the most important message now will be about sticking together. Is that what the messages will be moving forward?
Oh, like I say, I watched the game back yesterday, and I think that arguably is the best 75 minutes, complete 75 minutes that we've put together this season. That's a real positive, and I'm not the most positive of people really, but that certainly was a really good 75 minutes of football. We're still struggling to get a full 90 together, and we've shown that in numerous games this season where we've had really good spells and we've missed chances and we've had decisions go against us. But certainly, like I say, Tuesday night was probably the longest spell of football where I thought we were really good in possession, we were good out of possession, and there was, like I say, it's hard to take, throwing away a 4-0 lead. Certainly had a sleepless night myself, Tuesday night and Wednesday night. But when you take stock and, like you say, I watch the game back, it's the best 75 minutes we've put together, so I think that's a real positive.
Obviously, I just want to come on to now, obviously, we've got Halesowen in the Emirates FA Cup tomorrow. What will be the sort of key messages or key factors that will allow us to go and get a result there?
Well, obviously, they're on a bit of a crest of a wave at the moment. They're unbeaten, I think, this season so far. So it's going to be difficult. There'll be obviously a big home following. They're well supported. It will be difficult, but at the same time, if we can produce what we did on Tuesday night for longer period than what we did, and even when we're going through that bad spell in the game, to weather it better, we should be fine. I can't ask much more than that 75 minutes, apart from the fact that we've got to do it for 99 or whatever it is nowadays that we have to play.
Obviously, there's many anticipating or expecting. Obviously, you mentioned about the big crowd tomorrow, but how do the lads sort of handle that pressure going out into that level of noise and that level of atmosphere tomorrow?
Well, like I say, we are an inexperienced bunch, but some of the lads were involved with us. I think Jack Cannon obviously was involved with the cup run last season, where we played in front of big crowds, and I would like to think that some of them at their pro clubs have played in front of good crowds in the past. So like I say, some players, they really flourish on them big occasions with big crowds. Other players can fold, and it will depend how many of the ones that we've got that will flourish and how many of them ones will fold. It will remain to be seen. We've not played in front of massive crowds this season. Having said that, our gates have been good at home this year compared to previous seasons. Decent crowd against Redditch, certainly in the local derby. It just depends on the individual. Hopefully they'll flourish under the pressure of playing in front of a partisan crowd, but like I say, we're still getting to know a little bit about the lads at the moment, so we'll find out tomorrow.